It's the co-meet, and I'm excited to see if you're going to throw a wrench in the plans of everyone else, because Arman Tsarukyan, aka El Halakalakalitz, is a minus 1,000 favorite in this co-meet against Neto BJJ, Joaquim Silva, who you got to give him his props. He is coming in off a beautiful performance of the night. Finish over Jesse Ronson. It was with some beautiful, brutal knees and punches, and Jesse Ronson had to tap out. And it was good to see Neto BJJ get back on track because he had gotten absolutely flatlined twice in a row. The first was by our boy Nasrat Hakparast, and after that it was Ricky Glenn. And both of those fights were early and often. Neto BJJ was snoozing on the canvas, and it just wasn't great for him. But you got to remember, this guy did pick up a win over Jared Gordon. He has some earlier career wins against Reza Madadi and Andrew Holbrook, and both those guys are obviously bad, but nonetheless, decent wins for Neto BJJ. And I don't know, it seems like the UFC is thrusting him into this. I don't know if you want to even call it an opportunity, but a chance to make a true name for himself because he's fighting against Arman Tsarukyan, who is 19-3. As mentioned, is a fat favorite in this one. If we remember, he was supposed to fight about 6 weeks ago against Hinato Moicano. Moicano got injured. They removed Arman from the card, and he must have really just been phoning the matchmakers like, yo, give me a matchup, give me a fight. And the only dude who was willing to sign the contract, to his credit, was Neto BJJ, Joaquim Silva. So what are your thoughts on this one? Do you think that Neto BJJ is a dead man walking, so to speak, and Al Halakala is going to absolutely sleep this guy? Or perhaps this becomes a little bit more interesting than what the plus 650, minus 1,000 discrepancy odds suggest. Who are you taking, me boy?
Yeah, surprised that this is actually a good matchup. Hanakana Panahana is fighting Nito BJJ, and this dude's jiu-jitsu is unmatched in the Nito world, and I think if it goes to the ground, it should be very challenging. I'm very interested to see if Arman is a little worried about Nito's BJJ and keeps it on the feet. As a minus 1,000, he has a lot to lose, very little to basically nothing to gain, while Silva Nito BJJ has a claim to fame to gain. Also, possibly, he could take his Arman Tsarukyan spot if he wins. If he gets an upset, there's just so much to gain from this. This is just a crazy fight. I mean, this is the lock of luck, but the odds are just hot garbage. So best to fade to be safe. But I think this is gonna be actually a pretty competitive fight. Armin's going to absolutely maul him and probably get a finish in the first 30 seconds. So I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see how great of a bout this really is.
Yeah, right. That's the question. How does this thing only go for 30 seconds, or perhaps Neto BJJ just has the performance of his career and maybe it even goes for 3 minutes? But nonetheless, 99% is rolling with Al Halakalakalitz. Most is Brown for that KO. And as mentioned, only 1% is rolling with Silva. That is his friends and family. But what are your thoughts, Meat Boy? Do you think Al Halakalakalitz likely gets that KO? Any chance he pulls off a submission on the ground? Because sometimes these savages just want to beat you at your own game when there's such a talent discrepancy, and they know they are so much better. They almost sometimes like to play with their food. John Jones versus Chael Sonnen style, where John Jones was like, "I'm going to beat you at your own game." Any chance we see a submission from Tsarukyan?
Yeah, I think we do see it's either going to be a ground and pound TKO or a submission in the first 20-30 seconds. I think Tsarukyan is just built different, and I think he's destined for great things. Being young, 26, and being this good, it's exciting to see where he goes, and hopefully he keeps leveling up. If he does not get past Nito BJJ, UFC needs to cut Tsarukyan. I'm just gonna be honest. Like they should just cut him because this is a layup slam dunk. Minus 1,000, huge favorite. You can't fumble this. This is just a practice round, easy bag. This is a legalized bank robbery, as Floyd Mayweather would call it for Arman Tsarukyan. So easy win for Arman, and yeah, I think he's gonna get that finish, that easy finish first round.
Yeah, I'm with that all the way. We're both obviously rolling with Al Halakala Collins, but to your point, if he's unable to, stop Neto BJJ, then perhaps it's off to Neto BKKFC for Al Halakalakalitz, because that would be a rough one for sure. But I think he makes light work. I think he actually is going to get a submission in this one. If there's any sort of value anywhere, I think it's going to be on that submission, because we'll probably be getting anywhere from plus 200 to plus 300 range for the Tsarukyan sub, maybe even better. And one would think that that would be a difficult pathway given how talented Neto BJJ is in that realm, but maybe it's similar to how Islam versus Charles went, and there's just such a strength discrepancy, and Tsarukyan's able to just easily overpower this dude. I mean, we saw what he did to Joel Alvarez, and Joel Alvarez is a big, strong dude who got mounted, bloodied, and absolutely destroyed. So if Joel Alvarez looks like that underneath Tsarukyan, then I tend to think Neto BJJ will look the same, but nonetheless, with you all the way, Meat, I think Al Halakalakalitz gets a first-round finish, but I hope this thing lasts the full 15, and maybe we'll be eating crow come Monday, but I tend to think Tsarukyan gets it done. Any last thoughts?
No, throw in the comments who you taking, Hana Kana Pana Hana or Neto BJJ.